Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to create a makeup look for you guys who are beginners. And I'm really excited about this video because I've been thinking about it for a while now. It has been on my mind. You guys requested it for a long time, and I wanted to do something that I knew for a fact that you guys would be able to recreate after watching my video, something that was easy enough but still had that really like effortless, simple kind of look, something you can wear every single day with whatever you want to wear. I decided to go with all matte, the whole thing all matte, just because I figured it would be just simpler that way, you know, not have to worry about all of these shimmers and highlights and whatnot. Just kept everything nice and matte and simple. I went through literally every single step of this routine with you guys. This is not a voiceover. I did real-time makeup for you guys and showed you exactly how to do every single step. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. There goes a little gnat in my room. Why is there a gnat in my room? I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the tutorial. I've already moisturized my skin. I used this here. This is called the Bare Minerals Bare Haven Essential Moisturizing Soft Cream. I love this moisturizer. It's very nourishing. It's great for dry skin. If you have any dry patches or sensitivity, redness, anything like that, you definitely want to make sure to go in with a little bit of a heavier moisturizer. If you have oily skin, I would also recommend moisturizing, but just use a lighter moisturizer. It's a step you definitely don't want to skip. Then you want to go in and use what is called a primer. This is a primer for your face. So what it's going to do is help your foundation last longer. It's going to give it a more like flawless, kind of smooth airbrush effect. So the one that I'm using today is by Smashbox. It's called Photo Finish Foundation Primer in Light. It is oil free. So I'm going to apply this everywhere. Some people just apply this to their T-zone, but I personally like to apply it everywhere because I want my face to look exactly the same all over. Now we're gonna work on the eyebrows and just kind of let that set into the skin. And what I've been using lately is actually two products from Benefit because I just got them. This is the Ka-Brow from Benefit, and it's in number 4. It's a cream gel. It comes with a tiny little angle brush, which is nice. And then this is a pencil. It's from Benefit as well. It's called Goof Proof Brow Pencil in number 4. And what this is for is filling and shaping in the brow. So what I like to do when I'm working on my eyebrows is use a mirror and just like look up really close to it. And then I also like to have a mirror that is slightly farther away from me so I can see how my eyebrow looks from afar. Because if you do your eyebrows only up close and then you feel like you got a good brow and then you go and look in the mirror from far away and you're like, what was I thinking? I'm just using tiny little strokes. And I'm basically creating a line that's going like diagonally up because that's how my eyebrow is shaped, but you just want to fill in that middle part first. And then I slowly work my way inward. I'm basically just trying to keep a straight line going. And I'm just trying to create hair-like strokes. Make a line going downward to finish off that eyebrow. And then here's where I look in my other mirror to make sure that I have like all the angles going good. Everything looks nice. Use the spoolie on the opposite end to brush out the inner corners, and then I go in with my finger too. Going in with the gel now, I like to start in the middle of the eyebrow and just make a line at the very bottom of it and then go towards the end of the brow. And again, just make strokes going upwards to blend it out. Work my way in the middle with whatever is left on the brush and strokes going upwards. We're done with that. Moving now on to the eyes. I always go in with a primer as well, and this is from MAC. It's called Painterly. It's a pro long wear paint pot. This is in a matte shade. It's just something that you apply on there for your eyeshadows to last longer, for them to have more pigmentation. I just pat it on from the lash line going all the way up to the brow bone. And because this is actually a little bit lighter than my skin tone, it works as a good highlight too. And this also prevents the eyeshadows from creasing and from my eyelids getting oily. The easiest thing that I have found when it comes to eyeshadows is just to simply get an eyeshadow palette, because then you have a lot of different colors to work with. So the one that I'm going to be using today is from Tarte. It's the Tartelette In Bloom palette. I'm going to pick up this shade here, and it's called Sweetheart. We're going to work this into the crease. If I feel like I need a little bit more, I'll just simply start again at the lower end of the crease and then work my way up slowly to the top. Now that we have that shade in the crease, I am going to work this taupey, it's like a really light gray taupish color, and this is called Jet Setter. And I'm going to work this into the crease, focusing on the outer corners. So what this is going to do is help darken things up, give it a little more depth, and because I am using a blending brush like this, it's going to give a softer effect. And I really like the first eyeshadow we used because it helped to just warm things up. And this is just to simply deepen and create more depth. So now with the same blending brush, I'm going to dip into this medium gray and also this dark brown. And those are called Smoke Show and Activist. And this is going to be going right from the lash line and then into that outer corner. So we're like barely even hitting the crease with this. This is going, focusing on that outer, very, very outer edge of the eye. And I'm sort of doing patting motions with this. This is a Ultimate Pen Longwear eyeliner. It is from Kiko. So what we're gonna do is just create the wing liner now using this. And when I do that, I don't like to go all the way to the inner corner, especially if I'm not using lashes like today, because then it just really closes off the eye and makes my eyes look super small. But I still like to have a liner going on, so I'm not gonna make it too thick. I'm gonna start in the middle and just using really, really tiny strokes. And I'm like legit staring really hard in my mirror, putting it really close to my face. Take your time with this. Be patient with it. Try your hardest not to mess up. You're gonna hate yourself. Making it really thin as I get closer to that inner corner. Holding my breath. Making it slightly thicker as I go outwards. Okay, now it's time for the wing. It's gonna be a really small one, pretty much to the end of where that eyeshadow is that we just popped right in. Okay, once you have that line there, you can go ahead and connect the top to the rest of the eyeliner. And then I like to use my fingernail to just sharpen out that line. I was holding my breath. Then the next step is to use a mascara. Definitely just pick whatever one is your favorite. I'm using this for the very first time. It hasn't launched yet. It'll be launching very shortly, guys. It's the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Mascara. It says it's supposed to build volume, so we'll see. I don't want to use lashes. That just makes things super complicated. For me, I like to start at the base of the lash and do a little wiggle as I'm going up. If you find that your lashes grow straight down or straight forward, curl them first before you do this. Now I'm going into the lash with the wand facing this way. I always like to do that. I feel like it gives a little extra lift. Alright, so that's it for the mascara. It actually did not do a bad job. My lashes are very black. I'd say they're volumized, but it didn't give a lot of length. But that's okay. I think it looks pretty. So now it is time for foundation, and the one that I am going to be using is from Dermablend. It's the Smooth Liquid Camo Medium Coverage Foundation. And it says it's a lightweight texture that has a matte finish, all-day hydration, suitable for sensitive skin, and it gives up to 16 hours of color wear. I personally like to use a brush like this. It is from Real Techniques. It's called the Expert Face Brush. I don't really break out or have any redness up here. It's from here down that I always have issues. So I start there. And then I work my way up. And especially because I already know that I'm gonna do concealer. So I don't really need a ton of foundation under my eyes because it's just gonna cake things up even more. So I like to just focus on the problem areas mostly. That's it. That's all I'm using. And then also you want to hit this little inner corner here. So that way you're not casting a dark shadow there and it'll make you look more tired. So don't forget to hit that area right there. Not physically hit it, but you know what I mean. Now I'm going to go in with concealer. This is a cream product. It's a Dermatones wheel that's from Ofra Cosmetics. In my opinion, I think this is really nice because it is higher coverage. It's a thicker formula, so if you do have, you know, like really bad dark under eye circles or just something that you definitely want to cover, that's why I like to use something like this, especially like when I'm filming and stuff like that. So I actually take a mixture here of this light shade and then this like yellowy tone shade. I use my finger and I pat it, of course starting at the most is where I want it, which is in this inner corner here, and then going up onto my nose. And then with whatever is left on my finger, I'll blend outwards. Oops. Try not to mess up the eyeshadow. Go down around the nose. Have a little bit of redness there. And then I use a beauty blender or sponge like this to blend out the edges. And this is from Real Techniques. It just helps to pat everything in so that it doesn't build up and crease. You can see how much coverage that gives. This stuff is awesome. Then you want to go in with a powder to set everything. This foundation is really good. You don't really need to set it because I'm telling you it's super strong and it'll stay there. But what I like to do is just go ahead and set my under eyes. I'm going to use this powder. It's from IT Cosmetics. It's called the Airbrush Perfecting CC Plus powder. I'm going to use a powder brush to do that. So what this is going to do is just, again, set it in place so that way you don't have to worry about any creasing. For bronzer, I am going to use the Shade and Light Kat Von D palette. This is nice because it has 3 different options for you, a lighter, a medium, and then a darker shade to choose from depending on your skin tone or how harsh you want your contour to be. For me, I am going to use this lighter one here, and it's, does it have a name? It's called Subconscious. Suck your cheeks in, make a fishy face like that, and that's exactly where you want to put this. I'm mainly focusing this on the outer corners of my face because I don't want a strong contour line. I just want to bronze things up a little bit. So we're gonna make the fishy face. Okay, so there. We have a nice natural bronze going on. The blush I'll be using today is from Makeup Geek, and this is in the shade Puppy Love. Also matte. Tap like that, just so that it's not too much. You can even pop it on the back of your hand first. So for this, I like to do a different kind of face. I like to pucker my lips up, and it helps my cheekbones to lift so I can see them. See? I'm gonna put this right above the bronzer, not on top of it, but right above it, and then I'm gonna blend it in with the bronzer. And I like to go in with my powder brush that we used for setting the under eyes and just blend out the very like top edges of everything. Not blending over it, just near the middle of the face, just so we can keep that clear and open. A little trick I like to do for my lower lash line is to use whatever bronzer that I used on the face, pick that up with a pencil brush, and then just blend that very lightly along the lower lash line. And if you don't want to look stupid, then just go like that. Well, I guess that looks stupid too. This is the IT Cosmetics Tight Line, my favorite for the lower lashes. It's very easy to mess up and get this all over. So that's why I like this mascara, because the wand is so tiny. It's like impossible to mess up. And it dries, the formula dries so fast. So by the time I'm done applying a coat over here, I can work on the bottom lashes over here. Okay. So here's a close-up of the eye. Very simple. I know it probably seems like it's taking me forever because I'm explaining everything to you guys, but when you do it yourself, it's going to be very, very, very easy. Okay guys, so the very last step is lips, and for that I'm gonna do a very, very long lasting lip. I think that would be best for you guys, just so you don't have to retouch it throughout the day and you can just leave it be. So to do that, I'm using a lip liner first in pretty much the same color as the actual liquid lipstick is, and this is by Over Cosmetics in Nude. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over that with the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Crush. I like to start on the outer corners of my lips and then work my way inwards. Now I'm not overlining, I am just simply going over my natural lip line. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this look. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you found it helpful at all, please give this video a thumbs up for me. I would really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.